Yeah, it's good. Me ha contestado El Salvador, Ludo. Sí, hemos recibido lo del gobierno de El Salvador, tú, que hay que hablar con ellos. Okay, sorry. Yeah, we're live. Sorry about that. How's everyone doing? So, um, put on the game phase. Just making sure everybody is ready. Let me see. Can join. Well, they have the YouTube. All right, guys. How's everyone doing in the community? I think this is my second AMA this year, and yeah. Well, let's go straight to the. Let's cut to the chase. There's no need for me to sweeten the deal because you guys know I'm aware what happened with on the 12th with the luck of the bolts. So for me, it's super important, and I've always stated this throughout this journey. Um, these things are very hard on us. Like it's not simple for me to go on Monday and see the effect that it has cost on the team, seeing how the market has performed. I mean, in the end, we put our mind and soul behind this journey, Brickken, every single day. So for that, I would like to even congratulate our team because we did got delay on the opening of the vault, but it came with a reason. Today, you all are aware now that Hacking gave us a 9.1 of our auditing of our infrastructure. We took the decision that we needed to do that because we need to put the security that in our technology, everything that we do is it's to the best of the possibilities, and that I want to share with you that it's not just on that. We really work to excel at what we do on a day-to-day base. Just so you guys are aware, the 9.19 was a big hit for our, for our head of blockchain and co-founder Dario because he wanted to chip the 10. I mean, I was like, it's one decimal, but that's how we work here. And for that, I really want to congratulate the whole team because we exceeded our expectations. And obviously, the expectations and hard work not always gets priced in into our market performance, or maybe it does because the moment before the 12 was open, we had 1,025,000 BKNs in our Bolt one. We almost did a times three. So we have to think about what does that mean. 4 million tokens got unlocked. There was an investor with 1 million tokens who still hasn't sold. So that puts us, I know where 1 million is. Uh, 2.5 million out of those went into perpetual staking, and the rest was market from previous holders and new holder. So it is true that we went and to the deep, but if we measure that against how much really hit the market, then the outcome has to be measured with a positive thing. I understand that the price obviously is not what I expected. Nobody wants it, obviously. I understand all of you. I understand the need for us to generate value for the market to understand what we're trying to accomplish, how we're going to be accomplishing. I mean, last week, you guys saw BNB is now targeting us as an RWA company for us to build in the Binance Smart Chain. Um, and so we got retweeted. We got a blog post on Friday. I have a Twitter space with them, their community on Friday, and that just establishes that we're definitely doing great things in our day to day. Now, it has always been to my attention that I don't fully understand sometimes the complexities of crypto because if we were in the stock market and we had all of that performance, then we will have definitely do very, very well when we start shooting those announcements because we have backing from great institutions, backing from our investors, holding or withholding there or taking out um, BKNs, our digital asset out of the market. And yet, it seems that we underperform. So it's a very weird parallel, the one that we live in the crypto. I guess sometimes we have to put more our hat of crypto boys because obviously we are too corporate for this. We go on a day to day, on a stable working hours from 9 to 6. Some people work more, some people work less. We go and secure great partnerships with great foundations. I mean, right now you will see various things that are public. It's no, okay, I want to make everything public. We're not gonna finish the month without some other coming great announcement in the lines of BNB. So I'm giving you already a hint. So when now we're going to change, we're not just pushing for us to be able to build on the chain. We're securing partnerships in the back because the RWA narrative is very strong. Like everybody feels that this year could be, next year might be, 3 years from now, RWA is going to penetrate absolutely the whole market. We're getting there. I mean, millions and millions of euros are, or USD are pouring in on a single month. But don't believe me, go to the stats. DeFi Lama is one of them. RWA.xy, they have great information about the sector. We are about to deploy a research report across great institutions, establishing what is the state of the art of IWA, the capabilities, the possibilities, and absolutely everything. So when we talk about what is Brickken, it is super important for me to really translate that because our great effort, know-how. Many of you probably have not seen our platform. I'm gonna push for an AMA to be around what it looks like today because I can already tell you something, and it's when people watch what we build and we have clients, they always go and say like, "Oh, I checked this or I checked that," because it's called benchmarking. Obviously, we all do it sometimes, and they all love what we have built. So we are generating clients on a weekly base, sometimes day to day. We sign two clients this week. Might sign a lot, might not. I don't know if we're yet successful, but we're steady getting there. So this is a journey of it's a long journey. Obviously, if we were a meme coin, maybe we could have done a 600x, but the possibilities of many of you actually being exit liquidity would have been also hard. So we always picture of what is the success story without understanding that it comes with a price because for someone to win, somebody has to lose. And in the crypto markets, in the capital markets, in the real estate markets, that happens. So um, I want to go and state that for me, obviously, it's a failure. The price that we are average in since Monday, we have begun some real good efforts into trying to really get our know-how, product, client, partnerships, exposure priced in, and it's an ongoing effort. But that ongoing effort has been since we launched, actually since 2021 when we got our first investors. And to those first investors, I really would like to establish that I'm super thankful. All our team is thankful. The vision has been growing with your backing, with your effort. No euro in this company has been ill spent. On the contrary, you will be amazed when maybe someday in the future I write a book about the Brickken journey. Right now I can't because I'm still working in it. Some things might be mistakenly established, but someday I will love to explain everything that has been for absolutely every single member and how we managed to grow, to position ourselves, because a lot of that it's unseen. It's behind walls, it's behind curtains. And opening the curtains has two effects. It can easily be misunderstood on many factors, or it can be really appropriate. But for the time being, that's a casual talk that someday we will have because the journey for us to get to this position and place and establish has not been simple at all. um, as you all are aware, many projects have died this past bear market. Some of you, or even some members of my team, think we're in the bull run because BTC already hit 50K. I'm not a trader. I'm not an expert into understanding if Bitcoin is going to hit how it is. I am more of a steady person, understanding that maybe we're not there yet. I mean, there's very macro effects that tends to establish that we are definitely not still in a bull run. It's coming, but we're gonna get there. Many things that has happened on our clients, getting exposure, we're getting good backers, we're getting all of these things, has allowed us to establish that Bricken is not gonna die because of what happened Monday. Actually, we're not gonna die in the next 6 months or in the next 12 months because as a project, you have to start making money. We're making money, team and community. So this is more like I read somebody, oh, it could be reconciling. Our blockchain is public, the VKN. You all have an address that you can go. Stupidly, we call it certain treasury because now we know that everybody who knows how to treasury, but it was part of us being transparent. We have not sold a single VKN. That's what we do. Can we? It's not a matter of if can we. We have a commitment and uh, establishment, and we shouldn't. Uh, we need to first understand many things on how to get our market to grow, to have more depth, to have more liquidity, to have more exposure. And we see that we don't have to, we don't need it actually. And that's the beauty of actually having a company that on a month to month grows, makes more money, grows team wise. We're getting bombarded by people trying to work with Brickken. We get bombarded by people trying to invest in Brickken because the RWA narrative is very strong. And we were here, one of the few remainders. If we have to talk about generations, we have to establish like the first generation for STO, RWA, how so we're called, was 2017. Then the next one, 2021, we're part of the second one, and we're going to start seeing the third generation. From the first colors, I don't know how many are remainder. I would say less than 10. Maybe there weren't that many, or maybe there were various attempts. I wouldn't even say 10 are alive from that generation, maybe five. The second one, maybe it fluctuated, especially in different asset classes. Yes, we're going to see what is happening. Nowadays, startups are getting left and right on RWA. Everybody wants to feel, but the barrier entry is huge. And that's what makes me super happy because there's a saying always about the bear market. Who builds in the bear market gets to profit on the bull run. If you survive when nobody else will survive, what happens? You start training, right? I mean, if you go to the gym every single day for 3 years straight, imagine the outcome of that. We were those like everybody was focusing on, oh, we have to do this, and we were punching the bag single day, every day, and everybody was like, "Oh, but RWA seems so distant." We were like, "Maybe it's not so distant. Maybe we're nearer, and we just need to have great exposure by the market themselves, approached by institutionals, we've approached by all of this, but we were there, and yeah, it is true. The outcome is we were able to secure a spot, go to Diffilama, we're the 16th most valuable protocol on RWA. CoinMarketCap, we're top 50 RWA tokens. I mean, that's proof. Is it enough? Absolutely not. There's no doubt. As the story of the 9.19 is not enough. And that's the feeling of a co founder who was here in the beginning. It is the company who always looks for the not enough. So right now we're 16, not enough. Right now we're value at whatever sense on CoinMarketCap, not enough. Generating what 10 20 clients per month, not enough. And this is the vision because we really want to establish ourselves as the prime player in RWA. We have secured ourselves with an awesome team of 26 members now. I mean, 26 members, you have to make the math and then establish how much we're spending per month. And I'm telling you that we're not going to die in the next coming years because we have already played smart money. We have a great financial team who, on a day to day basis, make sure that we receive money, we have money to spend, and we can go on reserves, and we're running this as a company. None of you will ever find me driving a Lambo. I don't even want a Lambo. What I want is every day to come to work, share my experiences with my team, share my experiences with you, and grow. This is kind of like the only thing that many of us want because this is true. And this is why through in these past 2 years, I've been super open and transparent with all of you. There's no tricks, there's no ill play. It is what it is. Black is black, white is white. Because the gray areas, well, let me have that because as a lawyer and the regulations and the RWA, we were able to find certain place. But with you, community, no, there's no place. It is what it is. We got selling pressure from both one. It happened. We knew it was going to happen. Maybe we expected less, maybe we expected more. But what I'm taking as a win is that 2.5 million enter our bought our perpetual staking, 2.5 million from people who invested in this project. Some of them could be 2021. And even throughout the years, they say, you know what, we still believe in you guys. So make it happen. And that is what makes projects happen. It's not just the trust, it's the proof of trust. And this is what we took into consideration the next day after Monday. We were like, you know what, this happened, but look at the perpetual staking. We're doing something correctly. Can we do something better? Absolutely. And I'm gonna say absolutely. That's kind of like there's no doubt. So we appreciate all the feedback. We understand more marketing exposure. We're developing the DAO. People here in the company are super excited about that, trying to onboard all of the community in certain decisions making, making you protagonist at the forefront of RWA. Kind of like we're giving you that opportunity to actually dictate certain channels, certain executions, because RWA it is. And for RWA to work, it's a market. We're changing whole markets. So markets right now work in a certain way. We established that there should be less intermediaries. The friction of investment of retail into certain projects has to be direct. And all of that we understand. But for that to occur, we can have companies, but we need retail investors. And you guys in the crypto markets of retail investors, I am a retail investor. My team peers are retail investors. We're not banks, we're not institutions, we're not venture capital. Maybe some of you are out there, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is if we're going to change the market, the only way we can do it is with exposure and thousands and hundred thousands and millions. But you got to start by one, right? So right now our DAO is 70, 75. I think I measured this morning. If I'm wrong, apologies. But the idea is we're going to grow that fast. Let's see how we can incentivize that because projects need access to all of you, right? So whoever wants to tokenize, it wants to do it with the vision and backing of you. Instead of giving a utility token, they give you shares. It's like, come on with me in the company, or let me give you 10%, 15% interest. Is that a lot? Steady? It's crazy. A 50% APY, it's super steady into the market. That's crazy. That's great. Great debt, great blowing equity. Can you, yeah, I mean, maybe it's not as liquid as a crypto market, or maybe it's not as liquid as going into Nasdaq and buying shares, but goddamn, you somebody's inviting you to their house because it's a fellow founder. I can tell you there's nothing more precious than your company. And then somebody says like, hey, you want to own a chunk of my house, here it is. Take those opportunities, team, because this is what the revolution is going to be. It's not about utility tokens. It's not about Bitcoin. And don't hate me, guys. Don't say anything about Bitcoin. The real revolution of how we own, how we understand the flow of money, how we understand it relies on capital markets. And that's the market that we're trying to hit, not going for some randomness. We're trying to hit economies at the core because the decentralization is the possibility of anyone to be able to jump in the project where they want, when they want, worldwide. It's a stupid example, but imagine yourself as a project visionary or whatever coming from Argentina, knowing that Argentina right now is suffering from huge inflation, but right now it's a bit better. Well, let's talk about last year, whatever. And the markets over there empty. There was no investments happening. And I'm telling you as a true story with a client. So, and I thought it was like, yeah, I was shocked. I was like, you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm Spain, I'm Mexican. My markets are horrible. Spain is not the best market, but at least there's opportunity and that's value. The access to capital is super expensive. Not the same if you're in United States where there's a lot of opportunities. Banks throw you money to buy houses, to buy cars, to buy you TV. I mean, money over there is like just insane. But in other countries, it's super expensive, and the access to capital is expensive. So let's tell you a story about the Argentina. So the Argentinian company, they're a promoter who actually been very successful in the past, but their business model is always about kind of like new inflow of capital, execute the building, sell it, I profit, I give profit to my investors, I'm out. Very simple if you want to talk. I mean, the simplicity of the process. It's simple. So, what happens next? In markets, when there's droughts of economy or droughts of money or capital moving around, then there's no access to it. So this huge promoter who was actually very successful said, "You know what? I think I'm gonna go and bankrupt because the only opportunity for me to access capital is in the next to 6 to 12 months, and I have an opportunity right now that I need to secure X amount of capital because I saw an opportunity as a promoter who's been in the space over 25 years. I understand that I have an opportunity that is hot." And I went to the banks and they said, "Hey, you know what? Right now we are a little bit close on the lending." And he went to the family fences, like, "You know what? The economy is horrible here. I'm actually taking out capital from Argentina and I'm moving it elsewhere. Have you thought about, I don't know, real estate in Brazil, whatever?" Guys, I mean, it's a very steady, handy work. Real estate, it's brick. So your know-how is not that, oh, I can build a building anywhere in the world. Doesn't work like that. So what happens next? He's like, "I'm out of funding and the opportunity is there. What do I do?" Well, that's where the beauty of tokenization happens on the Brickken because you have now access to cross-border investments. And a lot of people don't understand this about tokenization. It's not about the digitization phase. It's about the efficiency of obtaining capital, efficiency on the cost, efficiency on you being able to raise capital across jurisdictions and bring it to the capital where you're gonna deploy. That's the real tokenization. So that is very financial and everything. And everybody says fractional ownership. The owner of that capital, why would they go on the tokenization phase? It's because they want to break barriers. They want to break borders. They want to go across the globe and they want to say, you know what, German citizen, I have a great opportunity in Argentina where I'm going to give you 20% APY. I'm going to buy this, going to flip it, which is remodeling, and I'm going to put it up to sell in maybe 1 2 years. And we're going to profit from both. I know how to do it. Here's my resume. Here's my vision, my project. Are you in? That's a possibility. That's an enabler, and that's what we do in Brickken. So I thought that was super curious that conversation that I had because he was worried not about like the fractional owners. He was like, I'm drought. I'm dry right now. I'm dry. I have a business. I can make it work, and I don't have access to capital. Capital in Argentina is too expensive. I can probably get some money from some sharks and the interest on them is going to crush me, and then for 2 years of work I'm not going to profit, so it's not even it. Maybe I'll just retire right now because I don't have a business. But now with this, now they can have a business. So wanted to tell you that. I don't remember why I started that conversation. Apologies, but I thought that was one of the coolest stories I've heard in the past couple of weeks because now we and Bricken are understanding more and more how technology that we have deployed and created is affecting different parties. And that is growth. We're in Spain. We have clients now. I think I checked this morning 13. We have on the website 11. We're growing. We deployed two asset classes in BSC. Hopefully next week or in the coming weeks, but before months in, we're gonna announce the new one. We already have clients onboarded and aligned to start deploying their assets on the new chain because as a company, Brickken, we're multi-chain. We want to have Ethereum, fine. You want to have X amount of chains, fine. But the important thing is, I want you to understand that whenever you see an announcement, some back channeling is happening. We're not just creating in this chain. We're being invited to create in those chains because we were here a long time. Expertise matters. The legal know-how on top, the tech, the business modeling, everything. They're like, you know what, these guys actually know what they're doing. So just imagine that if you do some maths and say like, okay, Brick can raise this and for everything, and we are still here, how is that possible? And we're not selling any token. It's super possible when you have clients. We're gonna make sure those clients hopefully are successful and hopefully that value is priced in the BKN. We have a lot of tokenomics being updated currently. There's gonna be a huge effort on Juggernaut. And in many of those decisions, you guys are gonna be invited during the DAO. So please join us. Now the staking is perpetual. We're gonna go and generate a farming method to update liquidity in our vault where you all gonna be obviously getting a profit out of it. I mean, in the end, we're always bombarded with new ideas on how to make this more sustainable because economies in the crypto markets are need to be sustainable. But The only thing that I can really assure you right now is that whatever happened Monday happened. And I can assure you that we have not given up. We are long from dead. Long, 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 long from dead. And actually, we were super excited this year because last year when we began 2023, we didn't have a DApp, we didn't have a protocol, we didn't have a. It was a proof of concept. It was we launched our MVP on March. Hard month. That was hard because you launch a technology, you don't know if it's gonna work how you think it's gonna work. So there was a lot of long hours from the tech team because they got pushed, they got crunch. They were like, we need to deploy now because we have clients online. But this year, January 1st, we came to the office and we're like, how many clients do we have? Okay, fine. Now we have this coastal, start executing, let's onboard those clients. Everybody the same. So now we have a product in the market, we have a brand, constantly being invited to talk about RWA tokenization, various members of the team, expertise. So that shows that we're not just some random people saying, "Oh, tokenization. Oh, here's a Lambo. Oh, here." No, we are legit persons with legit know-how, legit background, super transparent. And in the end, all of that will get. The only thing that matters when you're a client, you want to work with something that complies with you. Probably not the cheapest, but the best. Probably not here and there, but somehow all of us in Brickken, we fit the profile and the need of the client. Then when they go search in the market, they come back. Why? They're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna go with you, and that says a lot. So I don't want to honor you anymore. Actually, super thankful for the community. Let's get that DAO rolling. I'm not even gonna. I'll join the DAO obviously because yeah, I'm the CEO, but I'm not gonna take those decisions. Whatever we leave for you is for you to manage. I'm super happy because I want all of you to start gathering exposure to the tokenization. This is super important. Get exposure to what's coming, to how everything is gonna be revolutionized. So I don't have anything else to add, but if you want to have a drop a question in Telegram, now's the time. But remember this, all one, we had 4 million tokens begin hit the market, 2.5 went into perpetual staking. And that comes from investors in 2021. Last week, BNB tweeted about us, blog posted us. I'm going to a space for BNB chain on Friday. And if you think that's the only thing that coming, then by all means, keep waiting because that's not all. That's definitely not all. So you have absolutely all doubts if you have them. Yeah. But let me reassure you that Brickken is not going anywhere and we're gonna make it because if we ponder what how we are doing, then just do a little bit of digging and research. The breadcrumbs are there. Just go to the website and go to the bottom. You will see a container and a section with a specific meaning. I mean, the breadcrumbs are there. Some things we cannot publicly announce because there's a lot of back channeling, but go to Hacken, read the audit report. There's a lot of breadcrumbs there because they audit the infrastructure, so they know where we're going. And I'm not telling you, everything is on public blockchain. If you think we're dumping, go to the BKN token, go to the addresses, measure what's happening. Everything is public and transparent. That's the beauty of blockchain, right? So go do your due diligence. And if you have question on that, then please come to us. See, somebody discovered the breadcrumbs in Telegram. What can I say? The beauty of blockchain. Eh? All right, guys. So we are legit, and why this fucking done? Yeah, ball one. I mean, all projects have a vesting and a scheduling and a cliff. We went through ours. What can I say? It happens. The we went bad. Yeah, we're gonna get better. I have no doubt. This time I have no doubt because there's a lot of things happening. So meme hunters. I mean, the appetite or the profile of investment in certain markets are different. I don't understand a lot of things maybe because I'm a very logical, reasonable person, and I understand that sometimes the greed is like, oh, but I wanted my 100x. The beauty of this is that many of those people that want the 100x just count the wins. They forget the losses. And I have friends in the space that are like, oh, you know what? I made 100x, and I'm like, yeah, but last month I heard you losing to all of this and saying, oh my god, I lost everything. It's like, how do we measure everything? You cannot just count the wins. You have to count the average. So how is your average and how is your portfolio performing? But that's the logical thing. And no, man, dude, I know who you are. We have chatted a long time, so I'm super happy you discovered the breadcrumbs. Those are there. You got audited by Hockey 9.9. Remember that. So if anybody has any question, and if not, let me invite you. Go to the perpetual staking. Trust us. We have a lot of things happening coming soon. And like I said, don't trust me. Don't trust my words. Go to the blockchain. That's the real proof, right? All right. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go now. I have a Twitter space with Landshare, which is another RWA token, because another thing is happening. Even competitors are inviting us to their space because I don't know. I guess yeah, we're nice people, but one thing is for sure, we surely have one of the best know-hows in the world on tokenization. And I can assure you by far. Legal, you know how many times our legal department gets called about tokenization or myself. It's like, how do you tokenize? How do you do that? It's super simple. Here is the platform for you to tokenize. We have a product about it. So the pains for other people is a solution we have built. All right. So looking forward to talk about Twitter share. We're gonna talk about probably the state of the art on RWA. We're gonna join with the community. The Spectos, there's a lot of great projects coming up. I think there's a couple of issues from some clients this month. As you know, we don't necessarily talk in public about our projects for regulatory reasons, but we are a tech provider on RWA, and as of yet, I am gonna make a comment. And this is a shilling. We have the best technology for real world asset tokenization, and I signed that in public at any single time. I have zero doubts. And I can assure you that I spend a lot of hours digging around what is there in the market because I like to check what is the benchmark. And I have yet to find one platform, one solution out there that is better than us. So for that, I just wanted to close everything and wish you all an absolutely amazing time. And those who trust in Brickken, I assure you, we will get the value of everything we're doing priced in because that's a commitment now I am making to all of you. So you know what? I'm gonna close as a crypto boy because sometimes you need to put your crypto boy hat in the crypto space. So maybe why not? Let's do something different as I'm to corporate. For 2024, you know what, community? Let's go to the fucking moon. Goodbye.